Hey, what's up, everyone? LaShawna here, your business therapist and leadership coach. I'm also the founder and creator of Pop Up and Create. Make sure you're following both of our platforms. Tonight, we are doing the Leadership Plus Lifestyle meets Legacy. Y'all, I already had some amazing women come on, and I'm about to tap in with my girl, the Angelic Life. So excited to have her on. Go ahead and send me a request. I see you in the listening lounge. If you're here for the first time, guys, I specialize in mindset, mental health, and ultimately making money without scarcity. I'm going to go ahead and bring her to get started. Super duper excited. It is Wellness Wednesday around here. And let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Thank you for accepting this request to be on our leadership series. I specifically handpicked specific women to join me because at the end of the day, with it being Women's History Month, right? I was like, okay, we about to turn up. Like, ain't nobody finna just sit back and not do nothing.
Right.
So I wanted to have thought-provoking conversations with powerful women, and you definitely came on my radar. I'm loving everything that you're doing. So I'll have you introduce yourself, and then I'll do the same since my audience is meeting your audience, and we'll jump right in.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Angelica Resto. I am the host of the Angelic Life podcast. I am also competing for Miss Georgia USA as Miss Peachtree City. Yeah, so that's one of my new things. I will be hosting the red carpet at the Pearly Awards in Atlanta on March 23rd. So I will see you there. And yeah, that is pretty much me in a nutshell.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I did not know you were running. I'm definitely going to support that initiative. I'm rooting for you. If you're here for the first time, I'm LaShawna, your business therapist and leadership coach, and I help you pinpoint the mindset blocks that's stopping you from living the life that you crave so you can stand full in your power and shrink no more. So we're going to be tapping into leadership, and I've been having some amazing conversations, and I've been asking every single guest this question here, and I want to ask you as well. What is your definition of leadership, Angelica?
My definition of leadership, it's the ability to influence others, to me.
Mm-hmm.
I find that leadership isn't defined by a title.
Right.
It's the action and the steps that you take in a thing. It's really all about leading, the person who is in the forefront, the person who knows how to delegate and use people's identifying strengths and weaknesses and knowing where and when to use who, basically to help people to put them in their best light to reach like some type of common goal.
No, I love that. What that sounds like is having the emotional intelligence and the know-it-all to delegate, but also to know when to address things in a way to where it's well received. I think many times people see leadership as a title, the money, the position, the role. But we all know it's an internal thing. You could be a leader as a parent, a leader working at the corner store, a leader as a CEO of 500 company, or a leader as a stay-at-home mom. Right?
You can.
It's a being. And I really wanted to just pull out leadership because I specialize in mindset, but without a foundation of mindset, then you can't even get to the leadership because it's the way that you're thinking.
Correct.
Right? So when you think of how mindset shows up for you and all the things that you do, has there been a time where you had to check yourself so you could be an effective leader and alleviate the inner chatter, the inner critic, as some call imposter syndrome? Have you ever struggled with any of that?
I will say that the way my life has been set up is like I had to be a leader.
Yeah.
And then there came a point my life where I didn't know how to stop leading and take a back seat.
Oh, that's good.
So when I started to embrace that kind of a mindset, then it was the leader part, that dominant part, that was at war with that submissive part.
Yeah.
And then I had to find the balance within that. So I think currently I'm on that journey now to where it's okay for me to boss up when needed.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make me any less feminine. It doesn't make me less of a woman, but I am a woman running a business.
Yeah.
So I have to show up as a leader. I have to, set boundaries. I have to put out my expectations and be firm in those things. I have to be willing to have those tough conversations with people. I have to be willing to hire and fire and make adjustments when needed.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect of it. Then there was another aspect of growing into leadership where I was taught that, well, if you want to be an excellent leader, you have to be a great follower. That mindset is not necessarily true, because you can put a follower in a leadership position and then they'll still behave as a follower, because the mindset is to follow, not to lead, because that's how they've been trained. So great leaders train other leaders and empower people to become leaders themselves.
Yeah.
So everything was, a life lesson, growing pains. But yeah, that's, I can't remember the question, but I hope I answered your question.
No, you definitely did. And it's all growing pains. But one thing that stood out for me that you mentioned was that you didn't know how to turn it off. And that was me at one point in corporate, to where I was drinking the Kool-Aid so extensively that I was a robot and operating in that energy everywhere when not even necessary. I couldn't turn it off. And it took me to leave corporate, to leave the nest, and start my own business and do my own thing, to where it slowly started to fade out. And I'm not saying leadership started to fade out, but I would say trained leadership, because there's trained leadership and then there's intentional and social emotional intelligent leadership, which you need a little bit of both. But if you go too heavy on either, then there's going to be a disconnect, right? So I loved everything that you shared, and that whole masculine feminine thing. That's like a whole nother segment, right? Because I am a quote unquote alpha woman. And the only reason why I say that, I've been a single mom all my daughter's life. She's 21, and I grew up with a single mom. So that was like given to me without me even asking for it. And it has been beneficial. However, if you don't turn it off or dial it down, it can get in the way of things. I'm not even gonna name it. It can get in the way of things that you want. So yeah, I love that you brought that up. I see some new faces in the place. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. I got my girl Angelica here. We're here on the leadership series. And the next thing that I kind of just want to talk about is lifestyle, right? And lifestyle can be subjective. Some equate it to health and fitness, some equate it to money, some equate it to all the things. But when you think of lifestyle, how has leadership, being an effective leader for yourself, been able to serve you in this season of your life?
Well, I had to own the agency that I have over my own life. Like, if I can't lead my own life well, how can I lead a business? How can I lead children? How can I influence others? We are our first project in which we need to master. Now, you have mentioned different verticals, right? Health and wellness, finances, maybe even religion can be one of those verticals in regards to lifestyle, right? So we have to manage each one of those verticals well within our lives. So I'm into health and fitness. So I need to make sure that I put a regimen in place, that I'm working out consistently to get the results that I want. So I'm managing myself to get the results that I want in life. If I want to be debt free, which is, one of my goals, and I'm a part of the FIRE community. If anybody doesn't know what that means, it's financial independence, retire early. So I'm adopting that mindset. So I need to make certain adjustments and manage my own life well.
Yeah.
As a leader. And part of that is I've started to see myself. One, I see myself as a brand because I am a brand.
Yes.
And all brands have CEOs.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the CEO of my brand and of, my life. I am the owner and CEO.
Right.
And with that in place, I'm my finance department. So I'm being strategic in my finances and figuring out what to do and how to do.
Yeah.
Just like how they do in corporate America. How do I leverage debt to expand my brand, to expand the business? How do I utilize advertising and marketing to expand the brand, to expand Angelica and who she is and her influences on my own PR? I view myself as an entity.
Right.
And even our government views our human beings as entities as well as corporations. They are also entities, and they are entities that have to be managed.
Right.
And they're only managed by leaders. So with that mindset, I own my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I own my brand because I've made my lifestyle my brand.
Gotcha.
The angelic life.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. I love that breakdown that you shared. And my question to you is, at some point, you're going to be fading out of those roles, right?
Out of podcasting and...
No, all of those roles you mentioned, CEO, finance, etc., right? Because you're literally doing all of those things right now to manage the brand and the lifestyle, right?
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because they say don't work in the business, work on it. And I'm with this new thing because I'm learning mergers and acquisitions, working above the business, where you literally can just not be the talent, but I think that's the goal, is for us to have HR and have finance and CFO and all the things. But until we have it effectively, we got to do it ourselves. And that doesn't mean that it needs to suck, because what I'm hearing from you is everything is in excellence.
Right.
And because it's yours and you are the brand, you are the lifestyle, but so many things go into it, like burnout and taking care of your mental health and making sure your self-care is on point. And if you have a love life or you want to love life, that's a whole nother department that can impede or improve depending on what's going on. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because we have a lot on our plates.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it can be done well when you're conscientious of how you're doing it as a leader.
Yes.
Yeah. So I asked my last guest what was her definition of legacy, because most times automatically when I used to think legacy was money and building wealth, right? However, as I'm evolving and understanding, like, legacy is informal, it's the little things. So when you think of legacy, how does that coordinate with leadership?
One has to decide the legacy that they want to lead. So you see the Rockefellers, the JP Morgans, like these titans, these leaders who've left legacy behind for their family and even left their name, and their name still lives on.
Yep.
Now, I never want to get too caught up in legacy, because you can create whatever legacy you want for yourself, but at the end of the day, it's going to be with those who have the power to tell your story, or to frame, right, to the victor his story.
Mm-hmm.
So one person can say this about, let's say JP Morgan, and somebody else can say something else totally different about their experience with JP Morgan or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing that, it's like, one, I would prefer people to give me my flowers while I'm living, because when I'm dead, I'm not going to be able to hear it.
Right.
But if there's any legacy that I leave behind, I would rather it be the testimonies of people who said, she made my life better. because of her, I was empowered. Because of her, my life changed. Because of her, I knew I could make it, or I knew I could overcome anything. Because of her, I went to college, or I went to law school, I went to business school, or because of her, I'm going into pageantry and pursuing, Miss USA and becoming a virtuous woman and getting into philanthropy and nonprofit work. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like those things that I would want people to say about me, but I'm not going to be so caught up in whatever my legacy is, because I don't do the work because I want to be in the history books and I want somebody to say a certain thing about me. That doesn't matter, because when I'm dead and gone, I'm not going to be able to hear it, and it's not going to matter. But what does matter is how I impact those that are living today. And then whatever that legacy will be, I pray that is something great and kind. But whatever that legacy is going to be, is going to be, because usually within a few years, a lot of people aren't even going to remember our names.
Facts. Yeah. I love that for you.
Thank you.
You told us a little bit what you have going on the horizon for you and your brand, but I know we have some newcomers in the building, and I would love for those to connect with myself and you if they feel that what we're doing is in alignment with what they would like to tap into. So let everybody know if you have anything on the horizon, what you have cooking, percolating, kind of again. I know you did it earlier, but we'll do it again because I'm really big on partnering, collaborating, and align energy in this season. And whoever's on this live, whether it's now or later, you're here for a reason. Whether you get inspired, whether you want to connect, or whether you literally just want to share your story as well with myself or even Angelica, because she does have a podcast like Mi Casa Su Casa. So yeah, let everybody know what you have on the horizon.
So me personally, I'm working on season 2 of the Angelic Life podcast. I film it locally here in Atlanta, but also I will be going live for my YouTube channels, and we'll be conducting interviews there, just like as you see here on IG, which I will get back into doing. I stepped away from a little bit, but I will be going live more on social media, so you stay tuned for that. Actually, I've been secretly, like low key, I've been like coaching like single women in the background, and just pushing them to to start dating, to get out there. So I'm doing it.
Wait. Why is it secretly?
Well, because I don't want to like market myself as a coach. I just love empowering women, and especially empowering them in their dating life. For those who've like been like single for a very long time and trying to figure out, well, what's going on with you, and why aren't you doing this, and why aren't you talking to guys, and why aren't you putting yourself where they are?
Yeah.
So I'm that friend that's going to push you to your goals, because I don't want to hear another woman saying, I'm tired of being single and crying about it. Like, no, we're going to do something about it. And I'm that friend that's going to challenge you and going to push you to your goal.
I love that.
Yeah, I've been doing that in the background, for, people in my circles. So I actually came to them like, hey, guess what? I'm going to hold you accountable.
Wow.
So yes, I have that going on. If you are in the Atlanta area, and if you would love to support me in the Miss Georgia USA pageant, I'm Miss Peachtree City. You can show up. I can't remember. I think the website is missgausa.com, where you can, get tickets and all of that. So definitely, I would love to.
Do you know the date? Do you know the date?
Yes, it is June 13th through the 15th.
Okay.
So actually, that's when I get on site, but I will be walking on stage and performing the 14th and the 15th. So you want to come the 14th and the 15th. The 15th will be finals, where they will crown, whoever is going to be Miss Georgia USA. So I definitely would love you guys. Hey! So yeah, I would love to have you guys there screaming for me, like, yeah!
I hope that works in my calendar. I'm gonna look as soon as I get off here. My calendar is over here. I'm gonna look. I definitely want to be in the building. Awesome. Did you have anything else? Make sure.
I'm hosting the Create Her Summit in May, in Atlanta. Hosting Red Carpet for Pearlies this month, the 23rd. It's going to be in Austell, Georgia, in the West Cobb venue. So I will be there. But other than that, you guys can catch me on social media, modeling, and doing live interviews. So if you're interested in speaking with me, definitely slide in my DMs and let's talk.
I love it. And so, guys,
Yeah.
if you're not aware, I have a multi-purpose content creation studio. Angelica actually shot one of her episodes at Pop Up and Create. Make sure you guys tap in with us. We have events all throughout the month. This Saturday, we have 2 more tickets left for our Women's Her Story brunch, where we have thought-provoking speakers, catered brunch, networking, and I'm doing some mindset, hot seat coaching.
Go.
Yeah, this Saturday. It's gonna be dope. We got women's table talks coming up, content night. So check the link in my bio for Pop Up and Create. And then also, if you know that you need support with getting out of your own way and out of your head when it comes to walking full in your power and launching a business that lights you up and not a business that you think is going to thrive because you've seen everyone else doing it, I just want you to know you can get paid to do what you love to do. And so I partner with other ambitious men and women as their accountability partner and business therapist, so they can literally do the thing that lights up their heart. And it's been awesome. So Angelica, I want to tell you thank you so much for being on the leadership series. I know you didn't know what it entailed and what questions you was going to be asked. I just flow with the energy, and it never fails me. And tonight was amazing. So, guys, make sure to follow both of us right here if you're not already. And Angelica, good luck with everything. And if that date works for me, I am definitely going to be in the building because I've never been to a live show before, and I want to come support you.
Oh, thank you. I would love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And send me the information for Saturday so I can make sure
Okay.
I have a photo shoot that day, but if the time works out, I'll come through.
It's 11 to 2.
Ooh, I got a photo shoot at 1.
Yeah.
And I got to get my hair done in the morning.
Yeah. Just look. All the events are in my bio. If that doesn't work, we have a Recalibrate Her Table Talk on the 20th. It's not going to be at my space. It's going to be at Indie Collective, but there's so many things going on this month. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Keep me posted. Text me.
All right, I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love.
Bye.
So, guys, we have an amazing guest coming next. That was so good with Angelica. Man, I learned so much. I know you guys did too. I'm going to see you guys in exactly 4 minutes. I'm going to get a little breather. And I have another amazing guest for the Leadership Plus Lifestyle Meets Legacy series. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Come back now, okay? See y'all soon.